Yes.
Okay, perfect. You guys are here today because we want to go over the Liberty Road Facade Improvement Grant Program that is rolling out soon. First, we will go over introductions, go through the partner agencies that are collaborating on this amazing initiative, go over some of the grant program overview, eligibility criteria, some do's and don'ts, the facade improvement examples to kind of get a vision as to what your facade improvements could potentially be. We'll go through some additional resources, review the criteria, and some information on some tentative dates for the upcoming information sessions, as well as some contact information to be able to refer back to us before any of the information sessions or for any additional questions and comments, and then we'll end with some Q&A. So first, we will start off with introductions. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for just a second. I'll start off with myself. That way everyone can kind of connect and put a name with the face or with the agencies that are reflected here on tonight and that are a part of the process. So I will start off with myself first, and then I will call you by name and just state your name and then the agency that you are representing. So I'm Yolanda Gregory. I'm the District 4 Community Planner for Baltimore County. And then I'll hand it off to Gune.
Thank you, Yolanda. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gune Job. I'm the Chief of Community Planning. Thank you all for attending tonight. This is an opportunity for the business owners to enhance the exterior of their building. So we are very excited about the program, and we look forward to the collaboration, but also to the positive changes that will come out of this program. Thank you for attending.
And Amy. Amy.
I don't know if Amy Menzer, I'm a project manager in the Department of Planning.
Sydney.
Everyone, I'm Sydney Cooper. I am the District 2 Community Planner for Baltimore County.
Hennifer.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Hannah Gant, serving as the chair for the Greater Randallstown Community Development Organization.
I'll call on Katie.
Hi, I'm Katie Cheraki. I'm the Chief of Economic Development with the Department of Economic and Workforce Development.
And Inspector McCarthy. Might be muted.
Code enforcement.
And Mr. Samuels.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Oleo Samuels, and I'm with Code Enforcement.
Okay. So I will share my screen again, and we can get started. Okay, so some of the partner agencies, of course, is the Department of Planning with a collaboration with the Greater Randallstown Community Development Organization, as well as the Department of Economic Workforce Development, along with permits approval and inspections, code enforcement, as well as permits approval and inspection zoning, and our Office of Community Engagement. So the grant program overview, the Department of Housing and Community Development awarded us $430,000 in grant funds, along with the county executive, allocating $500,000 in fiscal year 2025. So the Maryland Facade Improvement Program provides grants to businesses and property owners to enhance the exterior appearance of their buildings, supporting revitalization efforts in local communities. Again, like I stated before, this is a partnership between Baltimore County Department of Planning and Greater Randallstown Community Development Organization. And this is pretty much to enhance the business appearances along Libby Road Commercial Corridor. If you can see from the map on my right-hand side, we kind of highlighted what that means. Those businesses only along that yellow line. The eligible area, of course, is the Liberty Road City County line, commercial properties within our sustainable community area map. The goal is to create business attraction and retention with cohesive design and high quality materials. The grant amounts, we have not really been etched in stone as of yet. We were thinking around 25,000. However, we do know that big improvements do cost a little bit more, and we are happy to work with any property owners willing to make big changes and be a bit more flexible on what that loan amount can be, and exceptions will be considered. So the eligibility criteria, businesses and property owners along the Liberty Road corridor, of course, properties must have ground floor commercial use. They must be visible from the public right of way with no national chains or new construction. And we ask that any code violations must be resolved before applying or moving forward with an application. So some of the do's. We do ask you to please ensure that if you are not the legal property owner, you have their written and signed consent to apply for funds as part of this program. We do ask that you make sure that all proposed exterior improvements are visible from the public right of way. We do ask that you focus on eligible improvements such as exterior doors, windows, masonry work such as brick or reporting stucco repair or complete reconstruction, storefront lighting and signage on the building at the curb, including pylon style signs. We do ask that you remember that there are only one facade improvement grant can be awarded per tax account number. Do ensure that all improvements conform to Baltimore County zoning regulations and the adopted Liberty Road design guidelines. And the Department of Planning can assist you with that further if you need any additional questions as far as what that would look like. We do ask that you have all work performed by a licensed contractor. And we do ask that you complete all work within 6 months following the award of your funds. And we do ask that you document the project with before and after photographs. A few don'ts. We ask that you don't include site improvements such as sidewalks, landscaping, or parking lots, as these do not apply or are not eligible for funding with this program. However, Department of Economic and Workforce Development do have other additional resources that can assist you with that. We ask that you don't initiate any work prior to applying for funds because no payments will be made for any work started prior to your application. So some of the examples, just to kind of give you a vision as to what you could possibly potentially ask for. Again, if you look at this first picture, this is just an example of a continued covered walkway along the entire storefront. This middle picture of the Whole Foods is an example of building facade with a combination of brick, stone, and warm stained wood. And this last picture is just a play off this middle portion of a combination of brick and stone. Signage examples would be, for instance, this left sign is an example of identification signage with brick and stone material. And then you also have this right sign, which is a monument or a low profile sign, are preferred a lot over sometimes the pylon signs. Both examples that I just showed as far as facade improvements and signage examples are both located in our Libby Road guidelines, which is also on our website. So some of the additional resources, financial support, again, with the amount of grant funding to be determined through this program. You also have access to Baltimore County Department of Economic and Workforce Development programs to stack with facade grants. The Boost Loan Fund Program provides access to capital for targeted businesses, including small, minority, women, and veteran-owned businesses in the Baltimore metro area. The new fund is capitalized by Maryland casino tax revenue and can provide loans from $50,000 to $250,000. Also, the program called the BILP, which is the Building Improvement Loan Program. This provides up to $60,000 interest-free loans, which can be used for exterior improvements such as awnings, landscaping, and signage for businesses in the commercial revitalization districts. This loan can be combined with other economic development incentives for larger projects, and some minor interior and equipment improvements may also be financed through this program as well. Also, the commercial revitalization tax credit provides a 5-year real property tax credit if physical improvements increase the excess property value by $100,000 or more. And then also a 10-year credit is available if improvements costs exceed $10 million. Also available as additional resource is technical assistance provided by our Department of Planning, as well as access to our Architecture on Call program. So the review criteria, all applications will be reviewed for eligibility and adherence to the program. And the selection committee will really be prioritizing projects that have high quality materials and cohesive design, but also those that really make an emphasis on projects that will have the most impact on the Liberty Road corridor. The applications are tentatively to open December of 2024. As well as the deadline is a tentative date of February of 2025. Additional information sessions will be forthcoming within the next few weeks as we continue to finalize what eligibility and how the applications will roll out. We do know that the times will most likely be between 6:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. However, the dates and the locations are still being worked out and will be determined. And this is just information sessions to give you a little bit more insight on the program overview, but also stipulations, more do's and don'ts, how to apply, and all of the information that you will need to submit with your application and the supporting documentation. So this is also a way to connect with us. The Greater Randallstown Community Development Organization, I have listed here their email address as well as their website that will take you directly to the flyer. And then also my information as the District 4 Community Planner. You can reach out to me directly, email if you have any questions or concerns. Also, you can scan this QR code that will take you to our hub page where you can take a survey if you're interested as to more information. And that way we can better assist you when it comes time for you to submit your application. We can kind of help you craft that in a way to convey what work you're actually in need of. And then I will stop the presentation to see if anyone have any questions. You can type them in the chat and we'll get those answered. And Sydney, are you able to see the chat or no?
Yes, I am.
Okay.